Hi everyone. So let's look at inverse functions. Well, let's just take a look. Let's determine whether each function described is one-to-one. Now, if you read what I've got down here in green, to be a one-to-one function, now this is Dr. Moulton's definition. Okay, this is totally my definition of what a one-to-one function is. Okay. It's not going to be scientifically wordy, math wordy type thing. I'm just trying to keep it kind of in layman's terms here. So to be a one-to-one function, each element in the domain and the range gets used exactly once, okay? So if we're thinking in terms of your domain being your x coordinates in an ordered pair, xy coordinate pair, your x's would be your domains and your y's would be your ranges, is how we're seeing that here. Okay, well, if we look at our f function, we've got 7, 3, negative 1, 1, 5, 0, and 4, negative 2. So let's look at, first of all, to see if this is a function. To be a function, all my domain values can only get used once. So my x values can only get used once. And I've got that, right? 7, negative 1, 5, 4, they're all getting used once. To be a one-to-one function, so do the y's. So y's can only get used once here. 3, 1, 0, negative 2. So they're used once, so it's a one-to-one function. Let's look at our second one. Is it a function, first of all? Let's see. We'll look at our domain for our x values. Negative 3, 6, 2, negative 6. Yeah, they're all getting used once. Now let's look at our y values. All right, so this will represent our range. I've got 2, 3, 14. Oh, I got 2 happening twice for the range. So it's a function, but it's not a one-to-one function. So function, but not one-to-one. All right, let's look at our third one then. First, let's make sure it's a function. Well, I guess I said it was, didn't I? I just picked up on that. And it is. 0, 1, 2, and 5. 1, 3, and 5. X values get used once. That's domains getting used once. We're good. It's the range we're after. 0, 2, 4, 6. They're all getting used once, right? Yeah. So it's a one-to-one function. And that is a quick, brief intro into how to find a function and not. We're continuing this video. It's only 3 minutes long, so I thought I could expand on this. I erased the board, I paused it, and erased the board. Inverse functions. Well, what does an inverse function have to do with a one-to-one function? Well, in order to have an inverse function, you need to have what's called a one-to-one function, which I just discussed a little bit. So let me talk a little more about it, what a one-to-one function is. So suppose you've got 3 kids. You got Bill, Fred, and Tim. Bill, Fred, and Tim. Okay? And suppose that Bill's favorite color is purple. And Fred's favorite color is blue. And Tim, he's torn. Okay, he's got green and yellow as his favorite colors. So is that going to be a function with what I've written? Well, here, what I've got here, these names are going to be my domains. And these guys here, that's my range. So the issue's with Tim, right? So to be a function, and I mentioned this way back in my 2.2 videos, if you watch my Math 1010 2.2 videos, I described what a function is, which I think I did. But to reiterate, refresh it, your domain gets used exactly once, okay? In this case, Tim, he's going 2 different directions, so that's not going to be a representation of a function, okay? So it's not a function. Well, then what is? Well, if I erase some stuff, and let me just get rid of my domain and range here, and I will take out yellow, and I'll even throw in another name. I haven't put any women in here. Let's throw a woman in there. Let's put Susan in there, okay? And Susan just happens to also like green. Okay, do I have a function now? Well, each element in my domain is getting used once. Green's getting used twice, but that's a non-issue for functions. Okay, hold that thought. So what I have is I have a function. Right now, it's not one-to-one. Okay, well, what would make this a one-to-one function? Well, it'd be a one-to-one function if Susan decides she likes white instead of green. There. Now I've got a one-to-one function. So again, a one-to-one function, according to my definition that I described earlier in this video, would be each element of your domain gets used once, which it is. Bill, Fred, and Tim, and Susan are all going to one place. And each element of the range gets used once. Purple, blue, green, white, they're all getting used once. I've got a one-to-one function. That's all there is to it. Thanks for watching.